Namaste. So today's session is going to be special because today is Women's Day, and um, as usual, I have a lot of respect for women, both in my life and in general. I've seen women doing a lot in their and they go through a lot of struggles, but they keep the smile on, and that is the I think the power of resilience which they carry from their childhood. I think that is the greatest part about women. And in India, women are still having a lot of struggles. They are going through a lot of challenges. But if the men in the society are careful, they are respectful to the women, then definitely this situation will change. So this Women's Day is not only one day which we celebrate. I think it is something which we need to celebrate every day. We need to respect our women. We need to give them opportunities. We need to make them more secure, feel secure in a society where uh, there can be negative mindsets playing, and we want to rise above these um, crooked mindsets, I would say, which don't allow women to grow in their lives. And that is one reason why today's session is special, because I'm bringing in somebody who is a lifestyle coach, and we will talk about her in a minute. Let me get her, let me invite her. So while she is joining, I will just introduce her a little bit. She is a very knowledgeable person. She has done BSc honors in molecular biology, MSc in biotechnology. She is a licensed yoga teacher. She is a certified lifestyle coach, and she is blending Eastern wellness practices with our Indian ones, and is bringing a lot of um knowledge. And I would say she is bringing a lot of new concepts into the yoga practices, and one of them is she calls it epigenetic yoga lifestyle. We will love to know about that from her, and I'm just waiting for her to join, and we will talk about that. So while she is joining, let me also tell that um she is actually, oh sorry, Shruti Alve. Okay, sorry, I just tried to invite somebody else. Let me invite Sushma. Yeah, that was my mistake. Okay. So yeah, she has now. Okay. Yeah, to reverse. Uh, uh, oh, okay. I think she joined and then she left. Hmm. Insta is always giving some issues.
Hi.
Hi. You joined and then you left. I
I
thought, what
think
happened?
something went wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was just introducing you, and it's amazing to have you on my session, Sushma. Thank you so much for accepting the invite.
Thank you so much, Sid. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting.
Yeah. And I was just before you joined, I was just talking about that you are now releasing a new book also, and the name is very interesting. I know, who will save you from you. Wow.
Yeah.
So, because I have introduced you already, let me start with my first question, Sushma. Um, so we were talking about this terminology, epigenetic yoga lifestyle, which is something very new when you hear it. But I know this has a lot of depth in it. So would you like to explain it more and little bit about yourself as an introduction?
Sure, sure. All right. I'm happy that you could notice this epigenetic word and you are keen to understand this. Well, to begin with, let me just give me a brief introduction about myself. So, I have I come from a science background, and then my curiosity towards science didn't stop after my studies. So I thereafter I was more keen to understand the human body, how does it function. So I went ahead with my yoga teacher training course, wherein I understand the depth of human being, not just the physical body, but understanding the whole body. Okay. And then thereafter, I also, since I'm a science student, so I was like, okay, what else? What else? And there was a constant curiosity. So I also did my lifestyle coaching program, wherein I understood the scientific aspect part of it. So there is a spirituality part of it, and then there is a scientific part of it. Okay. And then what I understood is this both are incomplete without each other. So there is no science without spirituality, and then there is no spirituality without science. So that was my understanding. So I did all of that, and then I also wanted to do specialization in yoga. So I did my specialization teacher training program in pregnancy, prenatal course. So that is what I did. And then that itself is a separate topic I think I can talk about. But yeah, let me not go there for now. So when I did the lifestyle coaching program and everything, so that's where I understood the power of epigenetics. So this is a revolutionary science in biology. Okay, and this is something that we unknowingly or knowingly are into this. Okay, we all are into this. We are incomplete, I would say, or it will be not true to say that, okay, if we don't attend to this particular aspect of biology or science of human being, then we will not be able to function the way we want to function. Yeah, so this was it.
Wow. So, which means that does everybody has to understand science so well to start living like that, or we can understand the basics? There may be some basics which we need to all consider in our lives every day, daily, uh, way of working we have or way of living we have. We can inculcate things like this in that, so that this becomes part of us, like subconsciously, right?
Yes.
Is that a possibility, or somebody who is very knowledgeable like you only can do something like this?
Okay. Okay. Let's get into the basics. Okay. So definitely there is no rocket science here. Okay. You tell me that who in the planet Earth want to be unhealthy and unhappy?
Hmm.
No one. No one, right? No one ever says that I want to be unhealthy. Oh, tell me how. No one checks ways to be unhealthy.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody fundamentally wants to be healthy and wants to be happy. Right? So I would say that epigenetics is something, okay, let me just define epigenetics in a simplest manner. Okay, so we all know we are having a genetics, right? There is a DNA, there is a genetics involved, parents, mother, father, all of that, right?
True.
So genetics, epigenetics is above genetics. Okay, and what is above genetics? It is the environment. Okay, now when I say about environment, it's the environment of our body. Okay, and also the environment that we are staying right now. Okay, so the feelings, the thoughts, what kind of emotions that we are having, these are all signals, all are environments of our body.
Mm.
The kind of information we are consuming. So also I was seeing the today's theme that you have kept, right? The are we getting are we robots, right?
Are we becoming robots?
Are we
Yeah.
becoming robots? Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry for that. I am so that is something like, are we becoming so mechanical nowadays, or what is it happening?
Exactly.
Right. So that is where. So we need to understand, okay, what are the informations that we are carrying nowadays, and how is it impacting us as a human being? Is what about
Mm.
epigenetic? So every thought, every emotions, every feelings, I need not to say, anyone can understand that it is having an impact on our body,
True.
right? And that is where the epigenetics also play a role.
True. 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 And what I understand, you are a licensed yoga practitioner. So how did you get into this yoga thing? So you, like in the beginning, you were talking about that, you were trying to get into spirituality. Was that the route towards yoga, or your scientific bend of mind told that, yoga is also one thing which you should understand? Because to me, yoga is much beyond spiritualism. Yoga is a daily thing. It basically, typically every day I do some yoga exercises, and it keeps me healthy. It keeps my breathing active, a lot of other things,
Mm.
right? So, but then when people talk about yoga as a uh, you know as a process which can help you improve your living standards, it's a completely different mindset, right? So when and applying yoga not only in the daily exercises what you do, but in whatever you do, applying there. I think that is where you understand the science behind yoga, and you become more akin to the benefits of yoga in all the practices which you perform in a day or perform in your life. So the motivation behind becoming a yoga teacher, what was that? I would love to know. And
Mhm.
from a science graduate to a yoga teacher, it is like little, little not like a very easy thing what people understand may comprehend too. Because typically people say that, oh, you are good in physical education and then you become a yoga teacher. But from a person who is a BSc honors in molecular biology, MSc in biotechnology, and getting into a field of yoga, becoming a yoga practitioner, I think there is a story behind it. So would love to know a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure, Siddharth. So coming to the first thing, okay. So okay, to be honest, I was never a person who will ever think in life doing yoga. Okay. So I'm talking about somewhere 2014, 2013. I think by that time, even the World Yoga Day was International Yoga Day was not announced, right? So
Mm,
that much awareness also was not there among people.
mm,
Even to me, for me also, I was not much knowing about. I was just like heard about this word type, but what is it? Nothing of that sort. I was knowing about it. I was more into exercise, like running, then jogging, all of that. Like now, what is it more like the trendy stuff? So exercising, because I was into, no, 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 I don't want to gain weight. So only way to lose weight is exercise. So I'll exercise. So I was that kind of a person. And also it's just that, I used to be very physically active person. I used to like it. Also being a sports person, I used to be like that. So for me, yoga was never in my imagination or dream, I would say. But then, and there was this, let me tell you, this is very interesting. There was this fact that, to lose weight, you have to sweat.
mm,
If you're not sweating, equal to you are not exercising, equal to you are not going to lose weight.
true.
Okay. I was in that mindset. I used to think like that. Okay. So one day what happened? There was a big hoarding, okay, near to my place where I was staying those years. So I saw that there was some yoga workshop going on. Okay, 5 days program it was. Just a beginner level yoga. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll just go because I love to explore. So I thought, okay, let me just go and see what is it. Anyways, they'll also make me do exercise. I'm okay with it. So I just went for that program, that workshop, and I experienced first time in my life Surya Namaskar.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
And as I said, I used to think, okay, yoga is gonna be like a very simple one, and yoga, no one, if by doing yoga, no one can lose weight because you don't sweat. It is very easy. All of that stuff. So for me, I was so surprised to see that okay, by doing Surya Namaskar, I was feeling so energetic, which was other way around. You know, if you just do exercise and everything, by end of the session,
correct.
you'll be fully exhausted. You know, like you have no energy left for the entire day,
Exactly. Yeah.
like that. But then it was the other way around when I did the Surya Namaskar. So that was something very, very nice and good for me that moment of time. Okay, so I thought, okay, this is good. I liked it like that. Okay,
Mm,
then I left it there itself, and then I thought, okay, fine. I was back to my own stuff. Then thereafter, I got into the breathing exercises. Okay, like someone was saying, hey, you know, do breathing and all that stuff was coming up that point of time. So I was like, okay, fine, breathing also I'll do. So I got into breathing thing. I went ahead, I did breathing exercise, I learned the techniques, everything, and it felt really good. Okay, so then there was this Surya Namaskar thing, then there was this breathing thing, and then I was like, oh, there are so many things which I have never explored apart from exercise, and I was like, oh, this is good, fine. So I was like, okay, let me just go and see what it is. Okay. So I'll go and learn yoga by myself. Okay. I want to learn for myself. I was never having an intention to teach anybody. Okay. I was like, okay, I myself will do yoga because I want to be healthy. I will learn, I will see what it is. And then, like that, I went for the program. And then that's how that program happened you know, this no one believes, but this is the fact. I went for a program without knowing it's a teacher training program. Maybe I was so stupid, I didn't know that. I think I just went ahead for that program without any much thought. I just jumped into that and I learned the whole thing like a full training. And I was like, oh, this is so disciplined and everything. Then I was understanding, oh, they are training me for being a teacher and not just teaching me the yoga.
uh,
So that's how that deepened
that
my
was
knowledge.
destined, I'm sure. This
Sorry?
was completely destined, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. So that's how that journey of me become, you know, doing all that process more than, you know, it was very transformative journey because I could understand that, you know, only the thing that I was working on was on physical level, not on the emotional level, not on the mind level. Okay, and when we don't do so, it is so incomplete.
True.
Okay. So also as per our ancient knowledge, it is said that we have five layers of human existence, right? So which is like Annamaya Kosha. We have heard about all these five layers, right?
Yes.
So how at different layers our body is impacted.
Mm,
That is the one realization, one understanding, and our culture is so rich. You know, the scriptures, the Vedic knowledge that is so rich and so practical and scientific that we have never understood. But the moment we put little effort, little conscious awareness we bring to ourselves, we are able to bring this transformation to us as well. So that was it. So this was the little bit about the you know the story behind the whole thing.
but now, when you have learned this, I was seeing that you have mentioned that you combine Eastern wellness practices into our uh, yoga, the traditional way of work. I mean, doing yoga, right? So,
Yes.
what is that? I mean, is it like um, you are blending something good from the Eastern side and coming from the, I mean, West. When we talk about, sorry, not Eastern, Western, right?
Listen.
Western is more of this gymming culture. They come with that gymming culture, right? And we are talking about yoga here. So what is that which brings both of them into a common platform, a common, let's say, site?
Hmm. Yes. See, first thing is whenever it is about being healthy, taking care of the health. Okay, what people start saying, you know, there's so many responsibilities, I don't get time, right?
Hmm.
So it is never a problem of time management. It is a problem of mind management,
Mind management.
right?
True.
If you just go deeper and try to understand. So we are not able to manage our time because our mind is so messed up, right?
Exactly.
You were telling me about some
Mm.
mindfulness, right? And all of that. So I say it like, just notice whether you are practicing mindfulness or your mind is full, right? So if your mind is full, you can never practice mindfulness,
Mm.
right? So all of us, okay, like let it be the gymming area part, let it be whatever ways. Ultimately, what are you trying to achieve? You're trying to be healthy, you're trying to be happy, you're trying to be joyful, you want to be successful, right? These are the things you are looking at the end. So what path you choose doesn't matter, right?
Mm.
You need to see whether that path is leading you to what you want,
True.
right? So if I tell you, okay, if you love gymming, you go for gymming. I cannot stop you that, okay, don't go gym, it is not good for you. You will, you may get some injuries. No, it's not like that. There
Mm.
are many people who loves gym. It is okay.
Right.
But then what I have from my experience, I feel is that it is always best to see what is working for your body and not going by any trends. Sorry.
A very important lesson. Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
going by what is working for your body, because to be honest, I get clients who tell me, oh, I did that deadlift and my back is gone, which it has got fracture, or I am now bedridden for 6 months. Doctor has asked me to do this.
Hamstring pull, elbow
Mm,
elbow injury, all those kind of things. Yes, I've heard that a lot. Um,
exactly,
mm,
exactly. So what was the need? I mean, no one is gonna give you prize for lifting 100 until you are Olympic. You're trying for Olympics, right? So okay, many people also okay. Let me just go a little one layer deeper. That okay, someone does this so and so to satisfy their ego, right? So, okay, I can lift today 100 kg of weight, okay, to satisfy the ego. Otherwise, whom do you want to prove, right?
mm,
So, we need to understand that. So, ultimately, whatever works, let it be. I do the combination part, okay, because if you see, our mind is like, oh, you would have heard this term monkey mind, right? It
yeah.
keeps jumping from here to here to here, right? So, we need to make the mind to come to a state where it is centered and it is with you. So now what path you choose for that is up to you.
Mm,
So I bring the best of both sides, the western side also and the eastern side also. And
mm,
I make that, and then I tell it to my clients. So
mm,
whatever life you are in, like say if it's a busy lifestyle, I do respect many people have lots of responsibility. They're really busy. Right. So, what can be the hacks, lifestyle hacks, right? Or biohacks? I also would have heard about this term biohacks, right?
yeah.
So, but how can you use this kind of techniques, this kind of hacks, even in your busy lifestyle? Is something that we can smartly nowadays do just to be able to, make our mind composed and calm and also not be a robot,
Mm.
as you made the theme today.
Definitely. So one, so so I think we are having a very interesting discussion, Sushma. So I am getting another question in my mind that, while we talk about balance here, we are trying to bring the best practices of both the sides you are saying. It's for one's, adaptability to this, which matters a lot. Which one they can actually go with or not is, I think, based on the body structure and a lot of other things related to the person. But I think the other problem, like you were saying, that they may be satisfying their ego that they want to do 100 kilo. The other thing there is also that I feel people don't know their body.
Hmm.
which is a basic problem, right? And that may be the reason why they are more prone to uh, accidents or diseases or things like that, because they don't understand themselves at all, their body, how it works better, right? So as a science student, I'm an engineer, so I have studied biology, and there are so many things which I have learned only when I fell sick and I was alone. I had to take care of myself and things like that. And then I don't I don't believe in medicines at all. So I am a very natural person who tries to solve all the problems through some natural methods. So, but because I know this, I do this because I know my body very well, which thing I will react to, which thing is not good for me, things like that. But then many people, I think, have that as a challenge, that they don't understand themselves, they don't have time for themselves. Forget about understanding themselves, they don't have time for themselves. So they are running. And that's why I think this topic I was bringing in, it is not only the mechanical part of us going and running behind the work, but also not acknowledging who we are and understanding how we will be, living happily. Like we were talking about living happily. Living happily is not just, smiling or going to places and enjoying that, but is also understanding how your body is reacting to things, and how your body is going to feel good every day. It's not like one thing, right? It is everyday thing. So, so it becomes very important to know your body, to know yourself inside out, to get to that balance. And which is, I think, the key here when you are talking about yoga practices. I think yoga helps in that part also. I mean, it is basically that connect between you with yourself in a more deeper way, in a more, I would say, it's not just spirituality. I would say it's just, the connection which is very divine, the connection yourself, which is the body and the soul, right, inside you. That needs to connect. So it is
Exactly.
that connect which we need to understand.
Yes.
Do you have have you seen challenges like that with your clients, and people coming to you and saying that, I'm doing this, I'm doing whatever you are saying correctly, but then I'm not getting the results. And
Mm-hmm.
you try to find out, okay, what is going wrong then?
Right, right.
With
Yes.
this is, people don't understand, first of all, instructions very well, because
Mm.
they look at it like instructions,
Mm.
rather they should actually understand the meaning behind it. It is what they have to apply meaningfully on themselves, rather than just following instructions. So I get a lot of cases like that, but I just want to ask you this question, that do you have experiences like this?
Oh, yes, right. See, so that's where I use the technique of coaching. Okay, so what I do is if you see nowadays, there is no problem in terms of knowledge and information, right? It is freely available, right?
Mm.
If someone is getting diabetes, for example, okay, that person knows why he is getting diabetes, right? He knows that he's not sleeping well, or his diet, his lifestyle is haywire. He is taking too much of stress. Is he not aware of these problems? He is aware, right? And he knows if he goes to a doctor, doctor will give him metformin. Doctor will ask him to do the blood check. He knows his insulin is high, right? All this glucose levels are high. So if a person knows all of this, still not able to come out of this, then what is the problem? Right? If I sit and tell that person, for example, that okay, you've got diabetes, you should do exercise, you should, go for 1 hour walk, you should sleep well. Is that person not aware of this? If that person knows, yeah, I'm supposed to do, then do. Why are you not doing it? Right? So that there is a gap, there is a problem that I know, but I don't do it. Right? So, and there is a saying, knowing and not doing is not knowing, almost.
True,
Right?
very true.
Correct. So there is a gap. So that gap is where I know that this over a period of time has become my behavior, has
Mm,
become my habit,
mm,
right? And I'm not able to come out of it.
true.
So, of course, when the client comes to me, I help through my coaching process. I take them step by step. I am not, I in my coaching program, I tell them very openly that I am not gonna tell you that you do exercise, you sleep well, you eat right food. No, you are not a kid. You know why you have diabetes. I mean, you know why you are not sleeping well, right? You are not able to do it because of some other reasons, right? Something else which is not going the way you want it to go. So through the coaching process, so my coaching process, I always make the person empowered. That is my intention. That so if you say take any program, okay, nowadays if you would have seen in health industry, there are many this reversal programs going on, diabetes reversal, fatty liver, obesity, like you could just name it, right? Lifestyle diseases, there are many reversal programs going on. They give you some kind of a diet, some exercise to follow, and then okay, 3 months, 6 months program, maybe the intensity of the problem was 10, they might have helped you to make it to 2 or 3, let's say. But then after 3 or 6 months of program, what? Right? How many people are able to sustain it?
Mm.
Right? You would have heard many people saying that, oh, I did weight loss and then it was 3 months program, 6 months program. After that, I have regained my weight. Right? So, what is happening after the program? Right?
Right.
So my intention has been always clear that okay, if a person comes to me, even if I'm not there, when the program is over, still that person is able to sustain whatever that person has gained during the program.
Mm.
So then that person becomes what that person wants to become. Right? So that is my intention. So that is what I go ahead and take my coaching sessions like that. So that the focus is on sustainable results and not just temporary results.
True. True.
Right?
True.
So then we work on the different aspects. So now you also tell me, Siddharth, like you also know, uh, no one, if you are aware of certain things, you will not do it. Right? Okay, let's take this example. This is very interesting. Many people also say to me, there is a clear cut message on the smoking box, the smoking kills. But many people smoke. It's written, no?
Right.
Okay, person is also seeing, right? Okay, person like, yeah, okay, fine. But no, it's not given importance. It's maybe that person is not able to, there are so many other reasons. There is something, right? So that is something is what is missing right now. Okay,
Mm.
so we work on that small aspect. So now tomorrow, a person is not, it's not just going back to the zero, right? That person have understood that, okay, the moment I am aware, the moment I know that, okay, what is good for me and how can I overcome, what can I
Mm.
do to make it better?
Mm.
Then I don't need any external validation,
True.
right? So it's like that.
That's so interesting how you explained. But yeah, that problem still lies, right? So, and we have so many people who go through programs, but then they are not able to sustain. So, folks who are listening to us, definitely go for Sushma's coaching because she is going to make you sustainable. I mean, the mindset will be more on sustainable understanding and how you can improve yourself, not only for some days, but then, for your whole life. So that's
Exactly.
a very key message there. The other thing I wanted to ask you was this book you have, right?
Mhm.
Uh, any story you want to share about this book? How do you even conceptualize this book name, and what was going in your mind that why this book is required?
Yeah, definitely. So, book name, yes, it was a little brainstorming because I wanted something which really aligns to the thought which is going inside the book. Okay, so a lot of brainstorming that I had to do. But then this name, the moment you read it, how do you feel? I would like to know from you first.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
comes in
feel
your
like
mind?
I feel like whatever is bad inside me is stopping. Like we are taking this example, right? Smoking kills. So that is somebody's mindset that I know smoking is a dangerous thing, but then I am still into it because there is something inside me which is telling, forget about the goodness, just go for it, right? So there is something which is mm, like the demon in us, the bad guy in us,
Hmm. Right.
and bad guy needs to be kept away. I mean, has to be imprisoned, I would say, so that good guy can live a life happily.
Yeah, yeah, right. So, who will save you from you, as you rightly said, right? We are the biggest obstacle in whatever we want to achieve,
Mm,
right? Whatever, let it be health related, let it be material stuff,
mm,
anything, right? So, we are our biggest challenge,
mm,
right? So, if we have to look at ourselves, like we can think of two-person, right? One person is like constantly stopping, like one person really wants to do it, one person is just pulling backwards.
right.
So the whole idea of this, like what I told you just prior to this, like I know that what I'm supposed to do,
Mm,
right? If I want to go to Delhi, I know that okay, I want to take a flight, I have to book a ticket, and I go ahead and do it, right?
mm,
But then there are so many other aspects in life that we want to achieve it, we want to do it, but we don't do it. Then there is this term called procrastination,
mm,
right? So
mm,
there, this idea of health, I wanted to bring here,
mm,
right? We talk about so many things in life. Like we talk about finance, we talk about whatnot. Like we talk about, I think the money management, the mind, and then we talk about maybe travel. So many things I think we talk about. But
mm,
then when it comes to health, okay, people only think about it when the person start losing it, right?
that
We
word.
do
Yeah.
correct. We do so much of planning, future planning related to so many things. But then when it comes to health, we don't sorry, we don't think of it until we have lost it, right?
Mm, mm,
So I always believe in the preventive strategies rather than the treatment
mm,
plans. Okay, so I wanted to make a mind shift towards the
mm,
health. That why we have to wait to fall sick
mm,
to take care of the body,
true.
right? So there was a beautiful, I think I was listening to someone, I don't remember who. Unfortunately, I'm not remembering it right now, but there was a beautiful saying that when a person is asked, where do you stay? So we don't stay at home. We stay in our body, actually, if you see. Right? We stay in our body. So the body is the place. So let's say tomorrow somebody wants to be successful, somebody wants to have a big house, a good, let's say, a luxurious car, whatever. I mean, their meaning of success.
Mm.
But at the end, who is the person who's going to enjoy that? Right? I'm the person who's going to enjoy.
Very
Right?
deep and very meaningful. Yes.
Yeah. So now let's say if you become like selfless and say, oh, no, 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 I'm doing for my kids, I'm doing for my family. Okay, so if you are not there, will your family be happy? You tell me, are you means if your kids also want you, right? So if you are not there, even if you give them a house, you give them everything. So ultimately, who is gonna give them the knowledge?
Mm.
As a parent, you are the one who is going to give the knowledge, not the house.
Wow.
So, don't they require you,
True.
right? So, you have to be there to be able to first enjoy your own success, second, for your family,
True.
right? So, the purpose of writing this book was to shift that mindset towards the health. That
Mm.
we don't have to wait till we fall sick. Rather, there are many preventive strategies. Nowadays, science has advanced so much, not only in technical fields like the other areas like so much AI and everything is going on, but even in healthcare, it has advanced so much that we can take measures to prevent disease from our life. And if you see, today's diseases are mostly lifestyle diseases,
Lifestyle diseases. Very true. Very
right?
true.
So when we say lifestyle diseases, so the word lifestyle only is the problem, no? Right?
True.
So it's very easy. Like initially, also I was saying about epigenetics. Then we discussed about yoga as well, right? So this epigenetics is and then you mentioned about knowing ourselves. Many people don't even understand that. Okay, we don't even know ourselves better. We don't have time for ourselves. So now even science has advanced so much that we can understand our body, how our DNA functions, what is our genetic predisposition. We all are carrying diseases in our body. There is no doubt on that. But then what kind of informations are we feeding to our body which will express that disease or not matters.
Mm.
So that only we can understand if we know our physiology and psychology. So there are genetic predisposition tests available. We can do that, understand, and then design our lifestyle around it so that we don't have to do any trial and error method with our own body and then get into some trouble. Right? Even if
Wow.
you see, even a fridge at home comes with a manual, right? How to function the fridge, right? But then there is no manual that comes with us. But then the manual already there, the information is there, we just have to decode it. So
Mm.
that due to the science and technology today, the decoding is possible. And then with the help of AI and everything, the manual can be created with the experts. And then that manual we can apply in our lifestyle, design our lifestyle like that. So that becomes helpful. Yeah.
And this is available in India as well? Huh?
Sorry.
This is
Sorry.
available in India also?
Yes, yes, it is available in India. India is advancing at very high level. So it is available in India. Okay, and it's available and very pocket friendly. Anyone who is curious to know how my body functions, what is my metabolic design, what is my genetic design, how my gene is responding to certain nutritions, what kind of exercise is good for me, okay, what kind of thoughts can make me feel even, I mean, make me get into some brain related disorders in the future. Okay, so many things that you can understand. Whether I'm a person who can do marathon or not.
Mm.
If I'm not the person who cannot do marathon, and I love marathon. So what all the precaution measures can I take before going for a marathon? Okay, then you would have heard about people collapsing in the gym, right? It's not only because of stress, it's also because of the wrong exercises that they have been doing so many months and years. So there is something called as QT interval. Okay, so we go to a doctor, we do ECG, let's say. You would have heard this, you have seen this graph, no?
Yeah.
Like this ECG. Huh? So there's P, Q, T, R, S, like that. Okay. So the gap between the waves, there's the QT gap. Okay. QT interval we call. So in some people, if the gap is more and if they have been doing high intensity exercises, like you would have heard this hit exercises, high intensity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And people love that. Oh, it's so good, thrilling, all that. But then once in a while, no problem, enjoy it. But then if you don't know that instead of making you make better, it is on long term gonna kill you, then what's the point of doing, right?
Mm.
So then you take a precautionary measures. No one is telling you don't do it, but then become aware that okay, what all can I do the precautionary measures towards it so that it doesn't hamper my body going forward,
Wow.
right? So such kind of minute informations we get to know. We just know that exercise is good, but then now the situations are such that we need to understand so many things. Like we are stressed like anything, like no other generation in this planet, I guess. and even the upcoming, I mean the Gen Zs, I would say, I guess so. But yeah, so we are so stressed, right? So there are so many factors that are involved. So the exercise is good, but then know that what kind of exercise is benefiting you. That is very important. Let it
Mm,
be yoga, let it be deadlifting, let it be resistance exercise, whatever form and kind of exercise you like. Know whether it is helping you or not.
mm.
If not, then what are the better ways towards it?
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think we are a little on the time now.
sure.
And it has been a very interesting and deep conversation, Sushma. So thank you so much for talking about all these things. I mean, you just were, I would say, unveiling one layer at a time, and we started understanding it in a much better way. So, thank you so much for that. And I'm expecting this book is going to, hit a bestseller and will very is a very key book for everybody who is looking to understand what they should not do or how they can get rid of their own bad things, the bad person inside them. and and it would be a fun thing to understand that, right? So I'm hoping your book gets popular and reaches more and more people, and your coaching helps a lot of other people, and best of luck for your success. So with that, I think a lot of people have joined. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sujata ji.
And if there are any questions, I am ready to take question as well. Let me also check.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sujata.
Okay.
Kim Gupta, thank you for joining. Hardik, thank you. Soumya, Karma, Karmonis, Mona Lisa, Shiva, Divya, Divya, thank you for joining. Asta, Abhishek, thank you for joining. Nisha, and Sinha, thank you. As fit as ever. Okay, thank you so much, everybody who joined us today. And I'm sure this conversation has helped you. We will. I think I will share the in the reel the details of Shushma, and you can reach out to her in case you have any specific questions after this discussion we had. And if you are looking for something in the clarity area, like you are lost your purpose, or you are struggling with your life style in like the schedule of it or the management of it, then I too help in that area. So if you have issues like that, you can reach out to me in that. You have health related challenges, you can reach out to Shushma, and a lot of things she talked about today. So thank you so much, everybody who joined us. Thank you
Thank you
for
so much, Siddharth, for making this happen today, on especially on Women's Day. And I wish you all the women out there a wonderful Women's Day. And thank you, Siddharth, and thanks for doing what you're doing. It's really awesome. Keep going, and I wish you all the best.
thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye bye, and stay in touch, Sushma. I would love to know more. We will definitely have more sessions like these. Thank you so
Sure,
much.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.